The youngest doughboy. Black screen. Super. Doughboy. Noun. An American infantryman, especially in World War I. Origin unknown. Fade in. Exterior, forest, day. Ernest Wrentmore runs through a deep green forest. Sunlight and leaf shade dapple his Boy Scout uniform. Ernest is tall with broad shoulders and narrow waist and appears older than his 12 years. Ernest vaults over a log as a train whistle shrieks. Then, leaving the forest, he runs through a bright meadow toward a second line of trees. In those trees, Ernest bounds over a berm to a railway bed. A train slowly rumbles away. He races toward the caboose and almost manages to touch the back of the car, but then his legs tangle. He falls onto the railbed, breaking his fall with his arms. He picks himself up and rubs his arms where he fell. He looks at his pocket watch. He takes out a notebook and makes an entry. Exterior, West Farmington, Main Street, day. Super. West Farmington, Ohio, September 1917. Vintage automobiles and horse-drawn wagons populate Main Street of this rural Ohio town. Ernest walks past war bond signs in shop windows and a movie marquee with the latest news from Europe. A middle-aged, bespectacled man, Paul Ellis, is dressed in a dark suit.
Hello, Ernest.
Hello, Principal Alice.
My goodness, you've grown over the summer. First day of school tomorrow. You've completed your summer studies, I trust?
Yes, sir.
Good lad. You'll be more than ready for high school next year. Give your father, the good doctor, my best.
Ernest nods and continues. Up the street walks a tall, slender woman wearing a hat, white blouse, and full skirt.
Mother.
Maud Wrentmore, 35, turns, raises her arm in a wave, and waits for Ernest. It's clear he gets his tall, slender build from the strikingly beautiful and youthful woman. They turn the corner and walk side by side.
Did you have a prayerful day, Mother?
One prayer for the soldier who will receive the bandage I'm rolling, and one prayer for his mother. I said 288 prayers today. What have you been doing?
Not too much.
Mrs. Wrentmore raises an eyebrow.
Race you to the gate.
Go ahead, take your head start.
Ernest is off, head down, arms and legs pumping. His mother waits a beat and then is after him, hat in hand. A hand taps Ernest's left shoulder. He turns to see the street behind him is empty. He looks right as his mother, skirts billowing, races past. She taps a fence gate.
I win! Oh.
She's out of breath. Ernest arrives a few steps behind her. He's hardly winded.
I'm going to have to train harder for YWCA field days.
You're always the fastest runner.
You have to, work hard to achieve your goals.
Work hard to achieve your goals.
Mrs. Wrentmore opens the gate and throws one arm over her son's shoulders. Exterior, Wrentmore home, day. The yard and Victorian home are well kept. Josephine Wrentmore, 10 years old, sits on a creaking porch swing, reading. Climbing the steps, Mrs. Wrentmore kisses her daughter's head, runs her hand along the child's cheek, and goes into the house. Ernest plops down next to his sister on the swing. She puts in a bookmark and closes the book.
Where were you all afternoon?
Here and there.
You were running in the woods again.
Josephine bends down and pulls seed heads off Ernest's pant legs. She holds the evidence under his nose.
Your pants are all covered in burrs and seed heads. You have fresh sweat stains and dirt on your uniform. What are you up to, Ernie?
Nothing.
She raises her eyebrows.
All right. I have a lot on my mind and running helps me think. I'm going to clean up for dinner.
Josephine gives Ernest a penetrating stare. She opens her book. Ernest gently tugs one of her pigtails. She swats his hand away. A small dribble of blood is on his left hand.